So the first card you have your past is the Five of Wands. Yes, obviously this card's about fighting, and that's what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing some fighting going on. I'm not seeing serious fighting though. This is more like this was more like bickering or nasty kind of talk or chattering. A bit like back chat, or when someone sits there kind of talking behind their hand and sniggering and chattering and saying nasty things. I'm seeing this could be around family, and I'm seeing something was being organised at this time actually. This could be something being organised around family. So it could be some kind of yes, I hope this makes sense. It could be some kind of family getting together, or some kind of meeting, some kind of family reunion or something like that. Yes, I'm seeing that this probably involves travelling, and maybe some family members could be wanting to travel to you, or wanting you to travel to them, or something like that. So it involves some kind of travel. So it's some kind of difficulty or some kind of expense involved in this for either you or somebody else. And also this leaves you with a lot of stress thinking about this family gathering or this family reunion or whatever this is, this getting together. Because for the one thing, I'm seeing that you're anticipating whatever kind of fight or bickering or talking might be going on at this kind of event or whatever this is. And you feel very uncomfortable, very stressed about this, or you were at this time. And also there was an expense with this. There was some kind of travel expense or some difficulty, or it might involve flying to somewhere, or it might even be that you had to take some, or you were going to have to take some time off work and lose some money or lose something to be able to join this thing, to be able to go to this event. So for me, it was looking very, excuse me, oh, I nearly sneezed. To me, it was looking very, very negative for you. You were thinking about this very negatively and anticipating this. And it was like, if this was organised for, a few months ahead, you would probably spend that few months stressed about it. So is it worth a few months being stressed? Is it worth spending money on this? Is it worth doing all these things for something you don't want to do and don't like doing? So have a think about this, because if this was me, I wouldn't be going. And so you might be feeling pressured by family to go to whatever this thing is. But you just remember that you don't have to. You do not have to go. People might give you a hard time, but so what? Let them give you a hard time. That's what I say. But yes, I'm trying to split people up. I'm sorry. Yes, I'll get comments about this. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, that's how I feel about that. If this stresses you so much, why do it? Why do that? The next card you have your past is the Page of Cups. So yes, I'm seeing a kind of a backwards and forwards situation. This is an emotional situation. This could be a relationship. It could be a relationship you're in now. It could be a past relationship. But I'm seeing that, yes, I'm just looking behind this man in this card, and there's a kind of, the sea is very rocky. There's a kind of a wavy sea behind this man. So someone could have been backward and forward with you. Maybe in the beginning they looked very interested. They were very enthusiastic about you. And then there was this kind of up and down, this kind of on and off. I'm also seeing that, this is a romantic situation. I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing that they were kind of a bit all over the place, and this was frustrating you. And, if this makes sense, I hope this does. But I'm seeing that, yes, what I'm seeing, the other thing I'm seeing is that they were putting you through a lot, and it took a lot for you to get to be with them. So it's like maybe you sacrificed something to be with them. Maybe you broke up with someone else to be with them, or maybe you had to move, or maybe you had to do something big to have to be with this person. And I'm seeing that you were kind of thinking to yourself, does this person realize how much I've been through to be with them? Do they actually appreciate everything I've done to get to this stage? And you're really thinking about this at this time, and I'm glad you were, because you should be thinking about this. This person's really all over the place. They're thinking about themselves, and they really should be thinking about what you've been through to be with them. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have your past is Justice. So I'm actually seeing this card as linking both of these cards. It's linking the Five of Wands and the Page of Cups as well. And I'm seeing that you knew at this time you had to sort out these problems with this relationship or whatever this was, this person you were seeing. You wanted to be able to do this by yourself. You wanted to be able to do this in private. There could have been some family members or some people you've known for a long time who maybe didn't approve of this person or approve of your relationship or your choices or something like that. There could have been these people who were talking about you, making problems for you. I'm also seeing you avoiding or trying to avoid people saying, I told you so about this relationship. So you don't want to kind of air your dirty laundry, if that makes sense. You don't want to be telling other people that you're having this problem in your relationship, because there will be people, and you knew this, there'd be people in your family or whoever else saying, I told you it wouldn't work. I told you not to go with this person. And so you just didn't want to have that hassle. You wanted to deal with whatever this was in private and not have to have this extra kind of stress around it. And I can see why. You're doing perfectly the right thing. That was absolutely the right thing for you to be doing, keeping these problems to yourself, sorting them out yourself, wanting to have balance. That's what justice is about. You wanted to have the balance back into your relationship before you wanted to come and say anything or even be around these other people. And maybe this is why you didn't want to go to whatever this family event was, because you wanted to sort out the problem in your relationship before you actually came and faced these people. So the first card you have your present is the Five of Pentacles. So yes, this is a really sad card, obviously. So you might be feeling this, like the people in the Five of Pentacles for a while, kind of a bit lost, a bit left out from everyone, actually, because I'm seeing there are two groups. There's a family group, and then there's this relationship kind of group, or this person. So these two groups are kind of clashing. And you don't feel at home in either of these groups. You go to one group and they talk about the other one, and you go to the other person, they talk about the other one. And, everyone's thinking about themselves and how they're feeling and how you should do this and you should do that. And they're telling you what you should do and how you should act and how they're feeling and how the other person's hurting them. And you should, you're in the middle of it all and everything like that. Everyone's clashing. Everyone's thinking about how they're feeling. But who cares about you? Who cares about how you're feeling? You have to care about how you're feeling. So if this resonates, and this is how you're feeling, it's not a good way to be feeling, obviously. So you need to be thinking about being firm with both sides. Because I'm seeing that this is, you're caught in the middle of this, and you might actually have to ban them from talking about each other or something like that. You might have to say to them, if you talk about this other side or this other person, I'm not listening. I'm going to walk off. I'm not hearing anything about this. Or it might be that you just have to take some time away from one of these groups or even both of these groups, just to try and sort your head out, because it's exhausting trying to deal with these clashing people. And you need to take care of yourself. You can't be drained by all these people. The next card you have, your present, is the Nine of Wands. So yes, look at this man. This sums this up for me. Look at this man. He has a bandage around his head. He's been through a terrible battle with all of these horrible bickering people. That's you. He's afraid to stand up for himself. He can't stand up on his own. He's leaning on this wand. Look at that. And he's kind of hiding behind it as well. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't retreat like this man. Actually, you might have to retreat a little bit in the beginning to get your strength back. But when you come back, don't hide. Come out. You can change things, but you need to come out and make this change. And you need to be really strong. You need to be really blunt with these people. You need to be really forward with them, and you need to tell them your feelings count. Your thoughts count. You need to come out and say that and express that. The last card you have, your present, is the King of Swords. So again, yes, I know this is very specific, and I keep on saying this over and over again because this is what I keep on seeing. I'm seeing this situation, so of course I'm talking about this situation. So this card is about head over heart. It's about getting clarity. It's about cutting out any rubbish that's around you. It's about logic. So again, you're going to have to keep your emotions out of this. You're going to just have to tell them calmly and assertively. This is where you have to put yourself first. These people have all been putting themselves first. And yes, you care about them. You're a caring person. But what's the point of caring about everyone if it makes you feel miserable? If you're miserable all the time, you can't give any of yourself because you're just so down all the time. You're like an empty shell. You cannot do this. You have to think of yourself. So yes, you can't be miserable. You can't be the Five of Pentacles all the time. You can come out of this if you start to see yourself and your opinions as important. Now, you might need to gather your strength to be able to do this. You might need to retreat for a little while, get some rest, get away from everybody, build up your strength, come back, and then tell them what you tell them, that you are strong and that your opinions matter and that you're not taking any more nonsense. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Six of Swords. So yes, this is showing me that what's probably going to happen is you're going to be getting away from at least one of these groups, and I'm seeing it probably is these family members, these difficult people in the Five of Wands. You're going to be going away from them. You're still going to be feeling hurt, even though you are getting away from these people. If you look at the woman in this boat, she's sitting in this boat and she is getting away. She's going to calmer seas. She's obviously getting away from whatever this terrible situation is. It's terrible. She has her head down. She's taking some swords with her. So you're still going to be feeling a little bit hurt. It's probably some of these words they've been saying, this kind of terrible bickering, this nasty talk they were doing in the Five of Wands. Sometimes these words stay with you, they stick with you, even if you don't want them to. So probably, this is going to take some time to kind of get these terrible feelings out of you so that you feel a bit stronger. But as you stay away from these people, I'm seeing you will get stronger and these words will drift away slowly out of your mind. You will feel a lot stronger. The more you're away from these people, the stronger you're going to feel. That's what I'm seeing. And then when you feel stronger, then you're going to be able to tackle these relationship problems. The next card you have, your future. The next card you have for your future is the Six of Pentacles. So yes, you are going to address this. You're going to address this backwards and forwards situation. I'm seeing this as quite ahead into the future. This is in your more distant future because it's going to take some time with the Six of Swords for you to kind of calm down again, get away from these difficult people, get your strength back. And once you've started to regain your strength, this is when you're going to tackle this person in the Page of Cups, this person who you're dealing with. You might be having a relationship with them. This backwards and forwards kind of thing they were doing to you, this is what you're going to tackle here, because I'm seeing in the Six of Pentacles, this is kind of an unfairness. They're being unfair to you. You're going to tackle this at this time. And you're going to address the fact with them that you sacrificed a lot to be with them. And you're with them. So why are they doing this to you? Why are they going this kind of being unfair, being backward and forward, not giving you the proper attention that you deserve? And yes, you're going to tackle this with this person. The last card you have for your future is the Queen of Swords. So again, you're going to be very determined. You're going to get to the truth of everything. That's what the Queen of Swords does. She wants to get to the heart of the matter. That's what you're going to do. You're going to be quietly determined, I'm seeing. You're going to be very careful. Even though you'll be determined, you're going to be very careful about how you're going to speak to them. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not very eloquent today. So you're definitely determined. I'm not seeing you resting until you find out what you need to know. You might be saying, what were you doing at this time when you're away from me? Why were you acting like this? Why don't you treat me like this? I think this is how I should be treated. Let's get this happening. Let's finish this bad behavior. You might even give them an ultimatum. It might be that. You're very, very strong, or you're going to be at this time in your future. But it's going to be far into your future, because I'm seeing that you're going to have to kind of get some time to yourself, get some rest when you're without these people in the Six of Swords. When you've drifted away from these people, when you've moved away from them, you're going to have some time to yourself, then build up your strength, and then you're going to have these conversations with this person. That's what I'm seeing.